Hello, Flanny friends. Alright, guys, let's talk about Redfall. Originally, this video was just going to talk about the disaster, which is Redfall, but after playing it a bit, it made me think of a growing issue with Xbox as a whole, which I'm going to talk on through this. For now, though, let's talk about the weird vampire in the room. A game created by Arcane Studio, who made one of my favorite games, Dishonored, and I have no idea how a studio goes from making a world as detailed and full of choices for players to make, and so many different ways to go about each level, to what we got here with Redfall. Thankfully, I have Gamepass, so I didn't actually have to waste money for this game, which for some reason they decided to charge $70 for. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of what's going on with this game, if you like to stay up to date on all the news and reviews going on in entertainment and gaming, I invite you to consider subscribing, as unlike Redfall, I at least strive to give you some quality content, and as a bonus, it's free. Now, onto the game. I said it earlier, but I am still blown away that this is a game by Arcane. The intro starts with an artistic style cutscene, which I'm not against. I don't mind style, but you also need substance to make the style work, and there's just no substance in this game at all. Probably the coolest thing I saw in the few hours I played was this waterfall keeping you from leaving. Seeing that, I had a little hope for the game. However, it goes downhill fast. First off, textures kept popping in and out all throughout my play. I have never had jumping up and down cause issues before, and honestly reminds me of the first days of Cyberpunk when turning left caused my game to crash. On normal difficulty, I felt like I was on easy mode. Let's see, what route will I take to deal with this for this mission? You know what? I'm just going to go for the tried and true Flandy method of punching things in the face. Let's see. Yep. Works like a charm. Thankfully, none of these cultists bothered to use the guns against me, or I would have been right fucked. From this clip, you might have taken notice of a tiny issue with this game that is supposed to be a looter shooter. Namely, the enemies don't drop loot. I mean, they drop ammo, which is cool, and the occasional item, but the bulk of your weapons and stuff that you actually want, you have to search the environment for. Which is just flawed, because for one, the fun fact of looter shooter is blowing through hordes of enemies and getting a lot of loot. Though that really isn't an issue here because this game is void of pretty much anything, actually. This is 2 minutes of me sped up, running around an area that feels like it should be teeming with monsters and things to fight and kill. You can see me stop from time to time when subtitles indicate someone is near, but I just can't find them. Keep in mind, I haven't been to this area yet, so I haven't previously cleaned it out or dealt with anyone. Finally, I do in fact find some people, and yeah, wasn't that exciting and worth the 2-minute wait? The AI is also just really bad, like embarrassingly bad sometimes. Ma'am? Ma'am, can you be helped? Can I do anything for you, ma'am? You just chilling there? Don't want to come in and suck my blood or anything, huh? Just content to chill there. I mean, I'm right here. Doors are open. No? Doors are closed? Ma'am? I think I gotta fight. Ma'am, can you come back? Ma'am? There we go. Come on. Can you come through the doors this time? Look at you. Ah, so cute. You see, it's just... There's not much to the vampires here. I mean, wow. Truly, this is peak core. Also, this right here. My psychic umbrella does not stop melee damage. Vampro can go right through it. He just doesn't want to, which is nice of him, I guess. Still gonna kill him though. This game does not feel like an Arcane game. Once again, I love their Dishonored series. Hell, I have Corvo's Mask because I am that kind of a geek. And while I haven't played them, the reception of their other games such as Prey and Deathloop seem quite positive, and from what I've read are full of unique nature and style that Arcane is known for. So, what happened here? Because this feels like a game devoid of passion, something that they worked on to fill a quota rather than a game they would be proud to put their names on. And that's not even talking about the issues of the 30 FPS on console, which is a whole other issue. So yeah, needless to say, I'm not impressed, and that is with me going in with low expectations. I was at least hoping to have fun murdering hordes of vampires, but that would mean there would need to be hordes of anything in this game. If this was a $20 game that at least had plenty of enemies to fight, I could actually see it being fun just to move through them with friends using the powers the characters have. But this game is $70 if you don't have Game Pass, which is a big problem for me and honestly a big problem for Xbox as a whole. Keep in mind, I'm an Xbox fangirl. I've had an Xbox since the 360 and have thoroughly enjoyed my time with the console, from the good and the bad. And right now, I feel like we're going into a bad period. Right now, the best thing Xbox has going for it is in fact Game Pass, which I do absolutely love. And I have a feeling that Game Pass is something that is going to shift the industry in its own way, and we haven't seen the full ramifications of that yet. But when you think about it, Game Pass is also the only thing that Xbox really has going for it. There are far too few Xbox exclusive games on the system, which personally I'd love it if we lived in a world where there are no exclusive games, because I'd love to play Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok, which is kind of the problem. Instantly, those two games come to mind when I think of PlayStation, but when I think of Xbox, the only real game that I can think of that I'd really like to play is probably Vampire Survivors, which I didn't even know was an Xbox exclusive till I did research for this review. Now, that is something that Xbox is trying to work on by acquiring studios like Bethesda, but I don't have any faith they're going to be able to deliver the quality that they need, because they currently can't even deliver quality with Halo, their original IP. For far too long, the franchise has been mismanaged and used as a cash cow in various ways, such as with loot boxes and now the in-game shop. More focus has been put on how to monetize the franchise than rather if the franchise is even good enough to monetize anymore. So if Microsoft can't keep their own IPs in check, how can we expect them to manage others? Redfall is an utter disappointment when Xbox really needed a win with this game, and this game just did not deliver. And now that the next game is going to be Starfield, with this failure, Microsoft really needs Starfield to be everything that Todd Howard promises and more, which historically is not how his games go. With other big games such as Fable, Elder Scrolls 6, Avowed, and Hellblade 2 having no release date or even an expected release date, Xbox needs to figure something out for itself, because right now, Game Pass aside, anything I want to do or play, I could do on a PlayStation, plus get access to their list of exclusives. So here's hoping that something changes. I know Microsoft has made some changes in management with 343, so maybe they're finally starting to take this issue seriously. But this is in fact an issue. With their acquisition of Activision Blizzard falling through, and apparently a breakup deal in their contract costing them a few billion to Activision Blizzard, it's not an exciting time to be an Xbox fan. In fact, it's kind of a worrying one. That's all I've got for now, plenty friends. What do you guys think of the current state of Xbox? And have you played Redfall? And if so, what did you guys think? Until next time, guys. Bye!